Hi, everyone. In this segment, we're going to discuss wills, powers of attorney, medical powers of attorney, and identification. First and foremost, it is of utmost importance that you either initiate or update both yours and your loved ones' wills, powers of attorney, etc., prior to your loved one becoming cognitively incapable of legally signing these documents. As I mentioned previously, it was just over a year from the time that Stephanie and I did all of our updating to the time when, at the time, her palliative care team decided that she was not medically, cognitively capable of answering questions, whether it had to do with her medical care or finances, et cetera, et cetera. They were also able to give me a letter stating this in case anyone questioned why I was invoking the powers of attorney. So, the most important of those documents, the will and power of attorney, that's great for giving someone financial responsibility over your estate or being able to tell everybody how you want your estate divvied up and all that kind of stuff. However, probably the most important is your medical durable power of attorney. First off, it states whom you want to conduct your medical business, who has say for your medical care and intervention. And then it also can very specifically delineate the things that you want end of life or the type of care that you want. Very specifically, Stephanie and hers put some verbiage that stated how she wanted things to go end of life, that she did not want to be resuscitated, that there was not supposed to be any artificial intervention, and that she was only to be made comfortable. And she specifically designated how she wanted to be comfortable. Now, I understand that that could be somewhat controversial, and that's not the reason why I brought it up, but I brought it up to point out the fact that this is what is going to delineate what your end of life wishes are. That document tells me how I should take care of Stephanie while I'm her caregiver. Now, it's also important, as far as all of these documents are concerned, that you have your own updated. If you were to predecease your loved one, number one, you would need to make sure everybody knew how you wanted your estate divvied up, and then how you wanted your loved one cared for, and that the next caregiver in line, okay, so the secondary person designated in the medical durable power of attorney, how that person should take care of your loved one, again, should you predecease them. So we designated our daughter as mine and Stephanie's medical durable power of attorney, secondary to myself for Stephanie, primary for me, knowing that it was going to be pretty quickly that Stephanie wasn't going to be able to make any decisions for me. But then also, in case I predecease, we know who is going to be responsible for Stephanie's medical needs. Now, our daughter's a nurse. She understands these things. And we have all faith and trust and confidence that she would care for Stephanie the way that Stephanie wants to be cared for as set forth in her medical power of attorney. Last thing I'd like to mention is identification. If you're military, that's great. Make sure you get that updated. But if you just have something like a driver's license, you can have that converted in most states, probably all states, to a state identification card. You want to make sure you have this. If you don't have any other form of identification, like a military ID for your dependent, for your loved one, then you have to be able to prove their identification. Now, as of May 7th of this year, airlines have also switched to Real ID. They've done that exclusively. So whatever identification you use to fly with has to be considered a real ID. And you can look up that information online. Fortunately for us, Colorado, both the driver's license and the state ID are considered real ID. So even though Stephanie has declined to the point where I could not feasibly get her on the plane, back when I first got her state ID, we were able to travel with it. And again, now, as of May 7th, the airlines have changed to the rule where it has to be real ID. And Colorado has done that. So that's about all for now. I just wanted to make this one a quick one. And I appreciate your time. May God give you strength on your journey. I'll see you again soon.